we live? I think we are. What's going on, YouTube? No monologue. We're going to get right into it. So, I saw a report, right, from League Alerts. And by the way, before we start this, let me not jump the gun too quickly. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I would appreciate the support. And also, too, I would like for you guys to also follow my backup page, Bebot Unlocked TV. Just to give you guys not full visibility, but full context. If you're watching from Bebot Unlocked, I appreciate the support. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this current live stream. Once this live stream ends, the VOD will be unlisted. If you want to see the full VOD, subscribe to this channel, Bebot Unlocked TV, to get the full entire VOD. I would appreciate the support. But we're going to get right into the live stream. And you guys see the title of the video, man. Enes Kanter was banned by the Chicago Sky. We all know Klay Thompson was traded to the not traded, but he signed with the Miami Heat. And Tracy McGrady actually sparked conversation. So we're gonna get into all those things in this stream. But to start off, and I'm gonna give you guys full context. So Enes Kanter was reported by League Alerts, and I think The Athletic also reported it initially. Enes Kanter has been banned by the Chicago Sky over his altercation with Natasha Cloud. Now, for those who aren't aware and for those who didn't see the videos that surfaced on X, Enes Kanter got into some type of altercation with Natasha Cloud for whatever reason. And after their back and forth, where she didn't walk up to him because she was blocked out by her teammates, but she walked up to him, and this clown on the screen here, he had his hands out like this. And after that, he was removed by security from the arena. And there was also clips of him talking to security saying, "This is unacceptable. I'm fighting for women's rights." This guy, the guy you see on my screen here, is an absolute clown. But let's react to the back and forth with Natasha Cloud. I think I posted it on the Bebot Unlocked TV Twitter page. Let's see. Hold on. Make sure y'all drop a like on the live stream if you're coming in here. I appreciate the support. Where is it? He also explains what happened too. We're gonna get into that next. But here's the initial clip.
And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena after Natasha Cloud got that bucket. She wanted her voice heard. We have talked about the conversations surrounding the W.
Now, just to give you guys like the background on this. Enes Kanter, right, is one of the former NBA players. I think also the other one was for Royce White. Those two came out to, I guess, take a stand because NDW NBA's collective bargaining agreement documentation, there's no specificity on what a woman is. So because of that, there's also this thing where trans athletes could potentially play in the WNBA. I'm not sure how that really is. I'm just giving you guys full context. So that happened, and all of a sudden, Enes Kanter wants to be a troll and say, "Hey, I'm going to declare for the WNBA draft." And it's one thing for you to troll, outside of the arena, right? There was a couple of videos of him, like he had like a press conference, like he was in like this news station, the studio, saying, officially declaring for the WNBA draft." This guy's a clown. But you come to the actual arena to mess with these female athletes. It's like, bro, come on, bro.
That is Enes Kanter in the building today. And he has voiced how he's felt about the situation. Natasha Cloud.
So this is Natasha Cloud right here.
Voice and right.
So he does that, right? So, and following him getting removed from the game, let me go to NBA Absy. I think NBA Absy probably has this. NBA Absy, I think, posted this. Enes Kanter was actually talking to the security guards, and he was like, "I'm fighting for women's rights. This is unacceptable." This guy is just a pure clown, bro. Where is it? Here we go. Here it is.
He's a witness. And that is the reason that they're kicking me out. This is unacceptable.
Enes Kanter has no shame. This guy has zero shame.
Just a little bit more.
Wow, this guy's a clown. So he also went on Fox Sports to talk about what happened.
Do you actually think the WNBA, and his sources were telling various media outlets today that they've essentially decided you and Royce cannot play in the WNBA. You will not be eligible. And they're going to say something about the
Yeah, by the way, the WNBA did come out. I don't know if they officially came out, but a couple of media outlets came out to say that the WNBA is not taking Royce White's or whatever the guy's name is and Enes Kanter, they're them declaring for the WNBA draft. They're not taking it serious. It's clear that they're trolling. So yeah.
publicity stunt. You're not really a trans woman. Are you a trans woman?
Well, I want to make this very clear.
Are you a trans woman?
Listen, Section 13, right? Article 13.
This guy is such a.
Section 1 says if you identify as a woman, then you're allowed to play.
So you are identifying as a woman tonight?
I identify as a woman. Sure, yes.
Okay.
So I can play.
But they're never going to let you play.
Why not?
So technically, in the verbiage, he's correct. But it's like, dog, we know what you're doing. Stop. Like, this is a clown show. This is an absolute clown show. Now, it's kind of sad that we've gotten to the point in our society where people are questioning what a woman is. Listen, I was born in the 90s. I'm from a different era. I know what a woman is, but we're in 2026. So, yeah.
I mean, that's the rule. That's the rule that they put, and I'm just following the rules. If they ever come out and say, okay, we are changing the rules, I respect their decision. I will, follow the rules. But right now, if you identify as a woman, you're allowed to play. And I am identifying as a woman, and I should be allowed to play. That's it.
You said Sophie Cunningham. Do you actually think the WNBA, and his sources were telling various media outlets today that they've essentially decided.
Wait, am I not live on the other channel? Hold on real quick. My bad, y'all. Let me make sure I'm live on the other channel. Why am I not? Okay, so I see Beba Unlocked TV's up, but why is Beba Unlocked not up? Hold on. Hold on. It's saying, is it unlisted? Oh yeah, it is unlisted. Okay, let me save that. All right, so it should be up now. It should be up now. Okay. Okay, so now Beba Unlocked is up. My bad. Okay, so following this, right, guys? So following this, he also spoke with, I think, a Fox reporter, Enes Kanter, to explain what happened in his experience. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. This is Enes Kanter on what happened.
Enes, what happened tonight?
What happened tonight? Good question. So I was literally out there. I mean, I'm a huge fan of basketball, a huge fan of women's basketball, and I was there to watch the game, and I was really excited because I'm a huge fan of the Fevers, and so I was just literally just there to just watch the game, and then first half went amazing. I was having so much fun with my friends and stuff. And then it was towards the end of the third quarter, and Sophie Cunningham shot a three, and I put my hands up to celebrate, right? Literally a couple position later, Natasha came back and started screaming and yelling and said, "She's not going to sleep with you." And I was like,
What? What? She's not gonna sleep with you? Dang.
I'm not trying to sleep with her. I'm just here to protect women and support her. And then obviously after that, she started yapping and she started to walk towards me. And literally I just got up and then I was like, I'm just here to protect women and that's all, right? And then she started to yell. She started to use some very heavy language. She started to actually cuss. And I was very shocked that there were a lot of kids and there were a lot of teenagers was at that game.
Oh, so he's gonna play. He's gonna go that route. Cursing in front of the children. Enes, bro, you're a troll,
I cannot
man.
believe that she was just cussing and using those F-bombs in front of all these kids, and that is not. I mean, I'm sure like she's loved in Chicago and many kids and idolizing her and stuff, but that's not a WNBA athlete should react, you know. And then anyway, and then after that, the security guy, came, and then I was like, listen, you need to leave. I was like, can you please tell me why do I need to leave? They said, look, you just need to leave. And then they literally, I don't want to say they dragged me, but like they pretty much like pushed me to leave the gym. And then after that, I had a conversation with the police officers, which I respect a lot. I was like, listen, I was just there to protect women.
Yeah, this guy's a troll. So a couple of people were actually reacted to Enes Kanter, and they just don't agree with them. I think was it hold on. I think it was Jason Williams. Hold on, where's that clip? Oh, here we go. This is Jason Williams.
Yeah, Enes Kanter, stupid. Fuck he doing, dog? Seriously.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why does he want to play with women?
For attention.
Why does he need attention?
Because
Just do a podcast or some shit.
yeah, he probably could cook on a podcast.
But like, why?
Royce White does a podcast
Why motherfuckers you want to play with girls?
because he wants attention.
I
Clearly.
don't get
Seems
that,
super
dog.
pick me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he just
Like
wants.
going courtside. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's just very yeah. But people will use anything to make it a political issue. That sucks when people make sports about politics.
The last thing I want in life is attention. That's the last thing. So I don't.
He says into a microphone.
I just. I mean, I don't. I'm not here for attention.
Okay.
If I weren't here with all you guys, I'd still be somewhere talking about the same type shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, attention, bro. You want to play with girls, bro? The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You're 6'10", like 270.
You don't think that'd be super fun? You don't think being fucking, that's like playing on the lowered ring. That's rim. That's like what you do at the basketball camps, kind of. You
No.
playing against all these 9-year-olds.
Somebody's just bust my ass, bro.
I saw VJ Edgecombe dunking on a kid. That's probably what it would feel like for Enes Kanter. He'd probably be having the time of his life.
Then his life's been a pile of shit. Then if that's where he's at with life. I mean, come on, dog. Like there's no need for that. No, you know what I mean? Come on.
Yes.
Well, what does that prove, dog?
That's my point. I don't think, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I think it's like a big gotcha moment, but it's really just.
Yeah, this guy's a clown. Steven Jackson also reacted to him as well. He reacted to that one. Right.
Man, y'all gotta stop the clown shit. I got daughters. I played basketball on the highest level. One on the highest level. Matter of fact, I won on every level. There's no woman that could ever play in the NBA, bro. Ever. And we've had some great women basketball players, but none of them were good enough to play in the NBA because it's men. A man should not belong in no women's sports. Because the ones that saying they should, y'all gonna be out of job.
Oh, so he agrees with he's not clowning him to be exact. He seems like he agrees with Enes Kanter.
Then what you gonna say? We gonna have 2 NBAs? No, bruh. No. Y'all not making no sense. Y'all trying to make it about Enes Kanter. He trying to protect women's basketball. I don't understand what the problem is with him. Black people have been identifying as free and equal for how long? Half of y'all still ain't accepted that. So y'all want people to accept a grown man with balls that's going to play in women's sports and just accept that he a woman? No.
I mean, he ain't lying.
When I got daughters, and other fathers that got daughters agree with me. You don't want no man in women's sports.
Steven Jackson isn't lying, but I do think the fact that Enes Kanter, bro, he's just a troll. He's taking it to another level, and it's just like, bro, you're becoming a disturbance.
This is clown shit.
But he ain't lying, but Enes Kanter, at the end of the day, he's still a clown, bro. Yeah, this guy's a clown. All right, moving on. So Klay Thompson is officially a Miami Heat. Check out this jersey. Eric Spoelstra looks excited. He got Giannis, now he got Klay. Okay, so we're gonna react to the introductory press conference. There was also a report too, before we get into that, right? There was a report from League Alerts that said Klay Thompson was actually late because of the traffic in Miami. And listen, as someone who lives in Florida and like 30 minutes from Miami, I understand. So it says here, Klay is late to his introductory press conference with the Heat because he's stuck in traffic. So get used to it, Klay, because you may have to just get like start going on the way an hour before, like to the arena, because that traffic, especially in Biscayne, yeah, bro, it ain't it. But let's react to his and I think NBA Chaz posted it. We can react to it on YouTube of his press conference with the Miami Heat. Why do I have ads? Oh. Let's get into that. Klay press conference. Nah.
To the Miami Heat, welcome this young gentleman here to my left to the Miami Heat officially, and we're very excited.
Just to give you guys context, Klay Thompson previously joined the Mavericks to compete for championships because the Luka and Kyrie were a year removed from being in the finals. They lost to the Celtics, of course. And not even 11 months later, the Mavs got rid of Luka. So his whole idea of competing for championships in Mavs in Dallas died. So the Dallas Mavericks and Klay Thompson agreed to a buyout, and all reports indicated to him joining the Heat, which, as you can see, it happened. So just to give you guys context, let's get into it.
About this, we've always had great respect for him. He's a highly decorated champion. And we know about his world-class shooting. He's one of the best that have ever done it. And look, the way he shoots the ball and the way he moves without the basketball, the way he's done it over his entire career, it's an offense unto itself. And that's in neon. That's the obvious that everybody knows. But the subtle nuances defensively, you know, he has a pride in being a legitimate two-way basketball player. It's almost like he's a throwback from in that regard in terms of really trying to impact the game on both sides of the floor. But his experience is immense. His resume speaks for itself. And that's why, you know, obviously we're really excited about him and how he can fit and how he can help us try to accomplish what we wanted to accomplish, and that's something very, very big.
Klay, I'm sure part of this decision was being able to play with Giannis and Bam, but you're also choosing to play for Coach Spo. Did you have a relationship with him prior to this? And what about Spo makes you want to play for him?
To be honest, not really, but I know Coach Spo's story. I know the respect he commands in the world of basketball is very high, and I mean, we're from the same city, so I've heard great things. You know, he went to Jesuit just like my brother did, and they got a lot of family friends who have known him for a long time, and nothing but great things have been said. And I know him and Steve Kerr worked together for a couple of stints with Team USA, and Steve had nothing but great things to say. And so did my friends who have played for the Miami Heat. And I know it's a demanding atmosphere, and it's one that's really competitive, and that's what attracted me to being here. So that's something that I think reflects my mindset to a T. So that was an easy choice for me.
Klay, without getting into the specifics, but it seems you made a significant sacrifice, buyout-wise, contract-wise, to be here. What made you, at this stage of your career, put aside maybe the financial to a degree that you so wanted to be with this team at this moment?
That's a good question. I would say just the opportunity to play high-level basketball throughout the season and the chance to make a deep postseason run. Those things were so attractive to me, and obviously you want to maximize your earning potential as an athlete, but like I've tasted winning before, and there's really nothing like it. And it's even just like even getting there and failing is better than not even having a shot at it. So I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm just saying like the opportunity to win again at a very high level was so attractive to me, and it looked, looking at the roster, it looked like a great fit as far as, me being able to space the floor and attack from the perimeter and have great help defenders behind me. And especially at this stage of my career, I get to play a specific role, and my voice will go a long way, hopefully, with this team, and just to lead by example.
Klay, you've played with a lot of different types of players, but Giannis is obviously pretty unique. How do you, other than the obvious, how do you feel like you can help him?
I'm not gonna pause the live stream too many times, but I have to say this just to give, I guess you can say some analysis. Klay Thompson, right? Even though he had a limited role in Dallas, I think, did he come off the bench this past season? I'm not 100% sure. But Klay Thompson, guys, and I actually covered this in the previous stream. Klay Thompson shot a career low 38% from three, right? 3-point percentage last season. I cannot type. So he averaged a career low this past season, 38% from three. Guys, that is a career year for most players in the NBA. So he can still shoot the lights out of the ball. And when I look at this Miami Heat roster, I still believe that they need to make a couple of more moves. But they're going to be extremely competitive in the East. And it's not like Klay Thompson has to be the Klay Thompson of the past where he was an elite two-way player. Obviously, he's not going to have to do much. He doesn't have to create. Stand in the corner, make good cuts, defend to the best of your capabilities. Because again, you have Andrew Wiggins, you have Bobby Portis, you have what's the other guy? The guard. They call him Off Night. I forgot his name, bro. No disrespect to him, but you have some good defenders on the Miami Heat. Klay Thompson doesn't have to be a lockdown defender, right? He's 6'7", still long, can still move his feet, and can shoot the lights out of the ball. So I think this is a great pickup for Miami, and it's going to be interesting to see how he meshes with Giannis. But from a pure basketball standpoint, Giannis is like one of the best slashers in the NBA. He's unguardable. You cannot stop Giannis from going to the basket. They have to send two every single time. When you send two, he's going to kick it out to the shooters. And you got Klay Thompson shooting in the wing. Hey, this is a guy who scored 37 points in a quarter. So this is gonna be good, bro. This is gonna be really good, really good.
And how do you feel like maybe he can help you in generating more quality shots for yourself?
I mean, Giannis, one of the best players of all time, and two-time MVP, obviously. He is a special talent, and great respect for him and what he's been able to accomplish and how he's gotten better every season. I think we can both just help each other, not just him, but we can help the whole team. I mean, just freeing him up for lanes to drive, for space to operate. And for myself, I'm going to get so many great looks playing off him and Bam and Wiggs and the rest of the guys, because they create so much pressure going to the basket. And it's going to be fun just figuring out how we all fit together, what actions work well, and we can all screen for each other. It's going to be great, and we're all very versatile on both sides of the floor, being able to guard 1 through 5, being able to lead the fast break. So it's almost like limitless what we can do, and I can't wait to, get the whole squad together and see what works well and define our roles. It's really, really exciting, and it's like coming into this building just gave me a whole new jolt of energy to, be myself again.
Yeah.
Klay, kind of working off that, you mentioned be yourself again right over here on this. Giannis talked about it a bit when he was introduced about still, even at his stature and career he's had and winning in stats, to show more, to show you still got it. How much is that a motivation for you as you get older and you've done all these things to show, hey, I could still be a quality player, productive player on a winning team?
Oh, it's a huge motivator. I mean, Giannis has tasted winning before, just like I have, just like Bobby, Wiggs. Bam's been there twice, and it's all you really want. It's the standard. Once you get there, it's like you'll do anything to go back. And as us athletes, we will always have a chip on our shoulder. We always remember, what motivates us, what gets us to tick. And I still feel like I have a lot to prove, even in year 14, whatever it is. And I still feel like I can prove that by being on a winning team. And that's all you could ask for, is the opportunity. So for myself and this upcoming season, it's kind of a redemption season for me to show I can still make an impact on winning and do it consistently. And I just can't really wait to get to work. It's pretty surreal being here, but what an honor it is.
Okay. I'll leave the rest of it.
Thanks, Coach. Yes, sir. I got you. I got you.
Klay, since you missed the time with the significant injuries that you had, you've actually been durable. You've averaged more than 70 games a year over the past 4 years. Where do you think you are physically right now compared to where you were, say, 3 or 4 years ago?
I still think I can do it at a high level. Like you said, the durability for me has been a huge plus. That's one thing that might have been in question when I came back from all that time I had off. But for me, those injuries are back in the past, and I don't even think about them anymore. It's nice to be able to just walk on the floor and play free-minded. And then on top of that, we were talking about a conditioning test last night, so I'm happy I got 5 weeks to really prepare for the Miami regiment. So
Yeah, they don't play about that. You need. I heard you need to have like a certain body fat percentage to even. Yeah, Miami Heat culture is a bit more like one of the more strict cultures as far as like the NBA. Like that team, Pat Riley doesn't play.
I got to get my treadmill back operating, but I'm really excited just to be pushed on a fitness level that will, I know, be so beneficial for me for this next season. And, a lot of players warn me about how tough it is, but I like hard stuff like that. I've been through harder things. Like coming back from those injuries was harder than any conditioning drill or game I had to play in. So in a weird way, like those injuries prepared me for like just uncomfortable feelings and just tough times. So now I take it head on and I embrace them.
Klay, welcome to Miami. You land yesterday and you said you want to get a hold of your teammates. Who called you first? Who have you talked to? And what did they say to you as you get ready to be part of this franchise?
Well, Andrew was the first one who talked to me because I think he's the only one who had my cell phone number. So it was good to talk to Wiggs. We had a great history together. Winning a championship together was really awesome. And he made my job so easy.
I forgot. Wiggins was on the championship team in 2022. I forgot about that. Okay, so team chemistry is up a little bit. Okay.
Easy when I was with him because he's such a great defender. I could take, didn't have to take the toughest assignment every night like I used to, and he really made my life easy. Bam just reached out to me. D. Mitch, I contacted him a little bit. Haven't talked to Giannis, but I think he's over in Greece, so it's tough. But like for us NBA guys, it's like we get a few months off and you see each other, it's like you don't miss a beat. So there's a mutual respect there, and we know how time-consuming the season is. So, we might get away from each other a little bit for a month or two, but in a couple of weeks we'll all be at it again. And I actually saw, is it Pele and I say his name right? Pele. I saw Pele in Spain, and at the NBA Players Association Sanctuary, and to see his work ethic. I didn't know I was going to be his teammate, but I was really impressed with how much time he spent in the gym every day. And I was like, that does seem like a Miami guy. So I was very encouraged by his work ethic, and I'm just excited to get to know my new teammates. And it's really an awesome opportunity to make new friends and connections, because it's hard being an NBA player. Career feels like it goes like that, but this is another opportunity to build something in a really great city.
Klay, welcome to South Florida. How have you adjusted your game to adapt to aging and transitioning to a different role? And why do you think Coach Spo and the Heat were the best fit to maximize your abilities at this stage of your career?
Well, as you get older, you got to train differently, and it might not be the same workload on the court as it used to be, but it's a lot of the work that comes from the weight room and the training table and the body maintenance that it requires to be effective at this stage in your career. So I still put the same amount of work in like I did 10 years ago. I just do it differently. I still get my shots up. The basketball part's easy. I love just playing ball. That's the easy part, but everything else is what makes you great. And with Coach Spo and his staff, I was just really attracted to the fact that they built such a well-rounded roster as far as having a great player like Giannis and everyone who compliments him. And I saw myself fit seamlessly because I can shoot the ball so well, and they're going to create so many good looks for me. And I know they get their guys, they're very demanding of their fitness, and that really got me intrigued to be here because it'll just help my game so much, just being in the best shape possible.
Last two questions.
Hi, Klay. Casey Hans from Local 10 here in Miami. Welcome.
Thank you.
Does it kind of feel like, as you enter the back end of your career here, maybe a full circle a bit for your family, that you're back in a place where your father spent some time? And has he told you many stories about his days at Jackson High?
Oh, yeah. He's told me so much about the Jackson 5, back-to-back state champions. He still claims they're the best high school team in Florida history. And he actually texted me yesterday. He's like, you have to go to my old gym. I'm going to put you on contact with AD. You got to go see where I grew my love for the game and go get shots up with the team and go meet the guys. And I'm absolutely going to do it because it's such a big part of the family history. And then being so close to the Bahamas for the first time in my life is so special. I get to play in front of my cousins and my aunties, and I get to just have such a close connection to my family being in South Florida. It's so close to Nassau, so I'm really excited about that. And it feels just like a second home in a way. So I'm really just thrilled to be here. And then to be a part of a championship organization who's had some of the best moments in NBA history just is the cherry on top.
Klay, you talked before about playing off Giannis. You play with so many guys that demand 2 or 3 defenders at a time, but I guess what makes Giannis's doubles and triples different than some of the guys you played with in the past, like Steph and some others?
Well, I mean, they both have similar impact on the game. I think Giannis can be the 3rd MVP I've been able to play with now, which is really cool. His interior scoring is one of the best ever, and his jump shot is greatly improved. Now you can't sag off him like you used to. He will punish you, and he's just an incredible talent who has a great will to win. And I love being around guys like that who leave it out on the floor and who really care about their craft. And that's what attracted me too. It was just like, wow, I get to play with another MVP caliber player, and that's rare. So I don't take this role I have lightly, whatever it is. Like I'm not just happy to be here, but I'm just thrilled to have a defined role in this team to try and help guys with my experience and help guide the team through a roller coaster of a season, because it's never easy when you're trying to chase what we're trying to do.
All right, Klay, thank you very much. We're done with
Okay.
this portion of the.
Shout out to Klay, man. If I'm Klay, I would definitely have a chip on my shoulder. Klay felt that the Warriors didn't really want him. He felt that he's given them so much as far as the 4 championships, the dynasty. And he left and he went to Dallas seeking for an opportunity to compete for championships, to prove himself. And now he landed with the Miami Heat, and we're looking forward to seeing how this unfolds. Shout out to Klay Thompson. And yeah, man. So I want to share something else with you guys. Moving on to the next topic. So Tim Hardaway Sr., I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Sometimes these old guys, these old heads, they just say some of the most craziest things. And maybe it's for clicks, maybe it's for the shock value, right? So let's get into it. Little side topic, okay? This wasn't even planned. I just thought about this and I had to share this with you guys. So Tim Hardaway Sr., I think this is his podcast. He says that he's taking both Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill over LeBron James. Let's hear what he had to say.
Penny had better defense than both of them.
Yes. Uncle and Dad, let me ask you this:
yes.
Is Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway, you put them over LeBron? Yes, in their prime. Yes.
Yes.
I'm taking both of them.
I'm taking both of them in their prime. I see you later.
Get up.
I want to see you leave.
I'm gonna stay.
It's like he says it with no hesitation, and I understand people are entitled to their opinions, but it's like, bro, like, come on, man.
Because you don't even know who cooked Shaq in the '97. He's like, who did that? Hakeem Olajuwon. But
anyways, here is the their stats. So Penny Hardaway's, and you can look this up. This is like records of events, right? excuse me. Penny Hardaway's best season, 21.7 points per game, 7.1 assists per game, 4.3 rebounds per game, and 2 steals per game. Grant Hill's best season is 26 points per game, 5.2 assists per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, and 1.4 steals per game. Now, don't get me wrong. Grant Hill was, many people felt that he was like next in line after, I believe, Jordan. And, I'm not going to sit here and act like Penny Hardaway wasn't like that. These guys were some amazing players. And I think, are they in the Hall of Fame? I'm not sure. But anyways, great players. But they're not on LeBron James level. We have to stop the cap, guys. We have to stop the bullshit. And look at these comments, bro. My boy King Debo. Some people get on a podcast and just start saying shit. There's many point guards who take over him before he'd even be entered into the conversation. Okay. If he had money on the line, he would think otherwise. I agree. Then again, Tim Hardaway sounded like he believed what he was saying. Then he's talking about Hakeem cooking his 22-year-old Shaq. Let's talk about Shaq in his prime. There would have been no cooking Lakers peak shape Shaq by Hakeem. Yeah, that's true. I agree. Bron's career averages are better than both of their best seasons, which, yeah, we just showed you guys that. This guy laughs. He's just like, this is not even a conversation, I'm assuming. This guy says over prime LeBron. We gotta chill on these pods. So let me show y'all something really quick. Just so you guys, like, I've seen the Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill highlights, and they're great players, very skilled. But come on, man. Let me share something with you guys real quick. Where is it? Let me share this. I posted this on the page. Let me share this with y'all. This is me posting a clip from LeBron history, right? And I said Miami LeBron was the most unstoppable version by far. I'll commit to that take. He was the most unstoppable. He was at the peak of his powers in Miami. Y'all can't look at these highlights and tell me that Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill compared. Like, stop, man.
Outlet pass. Wade to James. A thunderous dunk in the crowd fired up.
Bro, he was looking down at the rim. Look at this, man.
Wade to James.
Like, bro, come on. Look at where he jumped from, bro.
Outlet pass. Wade to James.
My boy was looking. Look at, bro. Come on, stop.
Thunderous dunk in the crowd fired up. Collison to the basket, blocked from behind by James. Two of the best offenses in the league. There's a pretty pass and an even nicer finish from Chalmers.
And Darren Collison played there very well there.
Another nice pass on a pick and roll.
Yo, this guy was just. He was running circles around everybody. This time, bro, you had to be there to witness it, bro. You had to be there.
James drives right at Barnes and finishes with the left hand. On James. Jordan quickly helps the lob into Anderson. Another beautiful pass. James blows past Griffin and finishes. You forget how big he is. James high off the glass. Business and looked up to by all of us as James knocks down a three-pointer. Back gets an open look and rattles in a three. It's going to cut James. Alley-oop. There's another one. James.
So y'all get the point. But Tim Hardaway Sr. takes it to another step. Okay? I have here that he said he would pick Chris Mullin over Steph Curry for the all-time best shooters. I think I saved that to Instagram. Let's pick up that clip. Where is it? Let's pick up that clip. Here we go. NBA legend Tim Hardaway Sr. says Chris Mullin is a better shooter than Steph Curry.
Out of 100. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter God ever created.
Yeah, y'all never seen Chris Mullin.
I did. Slow it down.
Don't piss me off, bro. This nigga about to piss me off, bro.
You saying, OG, that Chris Mullin is a better shooter than Steph Curry?
I'm gonna tell you
Stop.
this.
Hey, let me tell you something.
I'm gonna tell you this. I done seen Chris Mullin not miss for 2.5 hours.
No, that's insane.
I used to watch his workouts because I used to try to emulate some of the workouts he did.
Dude would just play by himself for an hour.
OG, I need you to answer the
Serious,
question.
he would.
Like
just,
I
he would,
said,
Is Chris Mullin a better shooter than Steph Curry?
I never seen. I'm gonna tell you this. I never seen, and I never been in the gym with Steph Curry. Just like y'all never been in the gym with Chris Mullin. All right.
Answer the question.
I'm gonna tell you this. Like you think Steph Curry better, but you never been in the gym with Steph Curry. I'm telling you, I've been in the gym with Chris Mullin. yes.
So because you were in the gym with Chris Mullin and we weren't, that means stop. We see the highlights, my nigga. We've seen the highlights. No disrespect to Chris. I never watched Chris Mullin, I'm be honest with you. But I don't need to watch Chris Mullin to know that. Come on, bro. Come on. Stop, bro. Stop.
What I saw, yes.
I need a drug
No,
test.
I
need a drug test.
Let me tell you this.
Out of 100. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter guy ever.
Yeah, so that's Tim Hardaway Sr. for y'all boys, man. NBA legend, Miami Heat legend, you know, the crossover. Yeah, but we gotta stop. We gotta stop. All right, speaking of Tracy McGrady, I just saw him on my screen. So let's get into it. So you guys see the title of the live stream. So Tracy McGrady sparked conversation, okay? And to give full context of how we got to Tracy McGrady's take, we have to go back to Kevin Durant. So a clip surfaced on X of Kevin Durant saying he believes an MVP holds more weight than winning a championship, okay? Let me find that clip for you, because that's going to transition to Tracy McGrady giving his take, and then other guys reacted as well. So let me find that for you guys. I can just go to Reels. Hold on. Okay. I know I posted this. Where is it? Did I not post this? Did I not post this? Here we go. Oh, it's a carousel. My bad. So this is Kevin Durant saying an MVP is more valuable than a championship ring, in his opinion.
What's more precious as a top guy, the MVP or winning a ring?
The MVP. It's one a year.
It's a
I
select
don't give a
few.
fuck when nobody say ring is incredible, and it's a great moment, great team accomplishment.
Team accomplishment. It's a team accomplishment. There you go.
But come on, everybody who wants to be the MVP,
For sure.
if you got a chance to become an MVP in this NBA, then I can see if it was an MVP per team. It's like, that's nice.
Just one of
just give me
these.
the ring.
Yeah, you've been
It's
cooking
one
the
MVP.
whole time. Because the ring is so hard to get to that it's such a select few, but the MVP is even smaller of a
It's
list.
so small, and a ring is a lot that's out of your control with the ring sometimes. The MVP, you got a little bit more control in your hands when you got a chance to win an MVP.
Yeah. So it was brought up.
Now, to give my opinion on this, I sort of kind of agree with Kevin Durant because, and I'll give you guys a perspective. To me, like, to win an MVP, it dictates on an individual. It's all dictated by the individual, right? A championship requires a team, okay? And not to disrespect, any bench players, because the bench player, we all know the bench player could cook anybody in the world. These NBA players are on a different level. But the 10th, 11th, maybe even 12th man can win a championship, right? So that's just my opinion on that. But Tracy McGrady actually agrees with Kevin Durant's take, and people are clowning Tracy McGrady because he didn't win a championship, which I think is low. Tracy McGrady is one of the best offensive players we've ever seen, but it's social media. But let me play that clip of Tracy McGrady agreeing with Kevin Durant and giving his take on whether an MVP or a championship holds more weight. Where is it? Here we go.
KD was on the Fred VanVleet podcast, and he was talking about regular season MVP holds more weight than winning a championship. What are your thoughts on that? Regular season MVP holds more weight than an NBA championship. And the reason I'm asking you that,
regular season MVP holds more weight
than winning a championship.
Hell yeah.
So
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it?
Explain that, though. Because everybody at the end of the day, you think about this when we talk about the totality of a player's career, and even when you talk about Hall of Fame, and when you talk about the best players, the first thing they say, but he didn't get a ring, or he got a ring.
Name the 10th or the 11th player on the Chicago Bulls or the Los Angeles Lakers or the Detroit Pistons or the Boston Celtics. Who are they? Name any of those teams. Name.
He's like, who are they?
Name me the 11th or the 12th guy.
You want me to?
Just name one.
I mean,
he can't. I'm gonna see if he can. Let's see if he can.
I can't right now.
All right. You can't
Okay,
even
okay,
think of him.
okay.
He got a ring.
Yeah.
And you can't even think of him. He has a ring. But does he have an MVP? Can he get an MVP? Absolutely not. No. So, yes, the MVP of the regular season has more weight than a regular, than a championship. Because it's of course, the whole team. This is not just
Accomplish that
team,
goal.
but
Yeah.
it's ownership, it's management, it's health, it's all this shit that plays into winning a championship. So yeah, I mean, MVP, bro, that's you putting in some work
against
against
all of the other great players of that season.
That's playing the same schedule, the same 82 games. You playing the same teams 3 and 4 times, sometimes 2. So, come on, man. No, bro. I'm going with the MVP. We all want to win a championship, but
Jeb Teague also weighed in on this topic as well, and I think he picked MVP, if I'm not mistaken.
We need a championship.
My bad, y'all.
Before in this podcast, but just kind of double down. Before in this podcast, but just kind of double down on it. Is winning an MVP more valuable than winning a championship? KD said, "I'd much rather have an MVP." Go ahead, load it up. KD,
as a player, I feel that.
What's more
shout out to Fred VanVleet.
As a top guy, the MVP or winning a ring?
The MVP. It's one a year.
It's a select
give a
few.
fuck when nobody say ring, say great.
It's a team. Sure.
It's like smaller, a lot, a little bit.
You rolling?
MVP, bro.
Yeah.
Give me the MVP. Yeah. I like how you broke that down because the team shit is fire. Get to do some shit with the guys, but I'm here to be the best.
You ain't gotta break it down, cuz. I want a championship.
Just give me the whole break, cuz.
I want a championship.
You know, it's crazy. I forgot Jeb T won a championship with the Bucks.
Bro, I
So
was part of
not to say he was just anybody, but you sort of kind of get the point, right?
MVP or Finals MVP,
bro. MVP.
Okay.
That means I'm the best player in the.
At one point, the MVP was decided by the players. Like, I think up to its inception, but then at a certain point, I think between the 80s or 90s, I don't know, they started making it like a media thing. They vote, whatever. So, yeah.
I mean, all the finals on MVP. I'm just out of these 24 niggas. I'm just better than all of them.
I had a good 7 games.
Yeah, you rather have a good 82?
Yeah,
I ain't mad
I'm
at
the
that.
best
I'm
in
the
the
best
league,
in the
bro.
world, bro. I'm the best player in the world, basically.
Yeah.
For this year.
Let me know what y'all think about that. I gotta agree with Kevin Durant though. He makes a valid point. People clown Tracy McGrady for having that opinion or agreeing with them, but it's social media. People gonna do that. That is what it is. Yo, so did y'all see? So Matthew Dellavedova? Matthew Dellavedova actually came out. He was talking with Richard Jefferson, and he talked about how guarding Steph Curry put him in a hospital. That was hilarious. I think that's something we can react to as well. Let's check that out. Here you go.
Of the finals, Kyrie gets hurt, I think, either at the end of the 4th or the start of
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I heard Matthew Dellavedova speaking, I was like, damn, I didn't know his accent was that thick. He doesn't talk that much. So I was surprised to hear how thick his accent was. He's a fighter though.
Yeah, it was right at the end. And then I actually get a pretty good O board.
Okay.
The AFL Specky. There's a word for you.
Specky, with AOL Specky.
AFL Specky.
What's an AFL?
You gotta say Con the Pies.
Con the Pies.
There you go.
Let's go.
And I hit the free throws to help us win the game, and then game 3.
That's where this shit goes down. So game 3, do you start game 3?
Yeah.
Okay, you start game 3. I have seen the clips. I don't remember the whole story, but I've seen the clips. The two-time MVP, the defending champion, you hassle him to an inch of your life. You are dying in that game. I've seen clips, like you're barely getting back on offense after times, right? What was that experience like? You'd never pushed your body harder.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like an impossible task chasing Steph around. He never gets tired. Bogues and Draymond and David Lee are trying to kill me on screens. Bogues is my assistant coach now in Sydney. I just remember coming to timeouts, and Mike Miller, James Jones are just like grabbed me by the shoulder saying, "You got to get every loose ball."
Yeah.
And my head's like wobbling around.
Yo, he was seeing stars.
And I'm like,
can you imagine being in the finals? The crowd is going bonkers. You know, Cleveland versus the Warriors. That was the beginning of that rivalry, and oh my God! And you're guarding Steph Curry, who I believe was he unanimous MVP that season, or was it the year after that? I don't know. He was balling though.
And you're like how old at this time?
24. Yeah, I had 4 years of college.
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
Yeah, just found a way to get it done. It was a big win, and the crowd, as you know, is just
Next
going
level,
nuts.
going
and
nuts.
so you're just feeding off your teammates, the crowd.
Okay, so let's talk to the death, right? So post game. Now we're not saying actual death, but okay. So after the game, what happens to your body?
Why he did that?
How many minutes did you play that day? We'll put the stats up.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll put the stats up.
A lot. And so kind of get in the locker room, they do the talk, but I start cramping. Steve and UK take me back there. They like cut my tights. They're trying to rub ice.
They cut your tights off?
Like my padded tights.
Oh, because you couldn't like get them down? You
Yeah,
were just
because
like
my quads are cramping, my hammies are cramping, so you can't stretch one or the other. I'm just in a world of hurt. Then they just like carry me and put me in the ice bath up to like here, and I'm just sitting there, and then
seizing, your body's
slowly just the cramps kind of go away, and then we only had 1 day in between the games, and so I think Steve and the docs were like, yeah, your best shot at getting ready for the next game is going to hospital and just getting an IV overnight. And
that's what guarding Steph Curry does to you. Like Steph Curry's conditioning has to be like top 3 in the NBA. He's sending niggas to the hospital. A couple people, like I think Amon Shumpert said, the hardest person. I think he was asked the question, who's the hardest to guard between? I think. Was it Kyrie, some other person, and Curry? And he broke it down to a science. You know how Iman Shumpert is, but he said that the hardest person to guard is Curry, because Curry will like try to break you down with the handle, right? But if you realize it doesn't work, fuck it. I'm gonna just go run around through these screens. Draymond might be the last screen, and by the time you get to him, you're fucking like you're tired. You can't breathe.
so I think I went to hospital, and
You stayed the night in the hospital?
and then I think I came.
No, it's
from
okay.
there-
Wait, did you stay the night in the hospital?
Yeah. And
He was embarrassed to say it, dog. It's all right, man. It's all right.
then the next day I go to, the little media shoot around
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm like, all right,
I'm fine. You're like, I'm fine. Like nothing happened.
Yeah, man, that's hilarious. Steph Curry sending these niggas to the hospital, bro. That's crazy. Oh man, yo, this is insanity. I saw this. Look at this. So this kid, bro, this kid, this could be cat, but it said this kid ate some gummies, some weed gummies, and now he can't see or hear.
Calm down, Junior.
This nigga look like he's trying to hold in his laugh.
Junior, do you want to lay back? Lay back.
That's crazy. He got so high, it disabled his hearing, and he can't see. Oh my goodness. That is insanity, bro. Yo, did y'all see? Yo, AJ DeBonsa's, like, his game, I love the way he plays. Like, nobody can speed this guy up. I can't wait to see him play an actual NBA game this upcoming season. This is his rookie year. My favorite to win Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. I got Darren Peterson second and Caleb Wilson third. But look at AJ DeBonsa getting buckets. Just look at it. Just watch. He's in flow state. Okay, he's in flow state. Shout out to Switch Cultures. Yo, these are all swishes. All swishes. No, this is my Rookie of the Year. Nah, AJ's nice, bro. AJ's nice. Yo, we have to get into the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets franchise, they are an embarrassment. They are an embarrassment. Now, I know they got Con Knuppel, great three-point shooter. Many people felt he should have won Rookie of the Year over Cooper Flagg. No, I don't believe that. They also got Brandon Miller. And I think they also picked up Naz Reid. Well, clips surfaced, right, of the Charlotte Hornets. Let me see if I can find it. The Charlotte Hornets, they framed the net from their play-in win against the Miami Heat this past season. I'm not capping. This is facts. We're gonna pull it up right now. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Here we go.
Final moments that kind of propelled us to another level. The play-in net.
And again, we're fortunate because
Final moments that kind of.
This is embarrassing. But to further the front office, and maybe it was their social media team, they dropped like a video, a documentary looking video of the process the front office went leading up to trading LaMelo Ball. So for those who don't know, right, and I'll just to give y'all bring y'all up to speed. LaMelo Ball was traded from the Charlotte Hornets to the Minnesota Timberwolves this past season. It was a huge blockbuster deal, okay? So the Charlotte Hornets ultimately felt that their future should be centered around Con Knuppel and Brandon Miller, okay? So they dropped a video on what led to the trade. And I have to say, this is an embarrassment, okay? But let's react to it. Hold on. Charlotte. Here we go. This is it right here.
We have a team that's meeting our price on the LaMelo Ball. So when are we calling teams? What's our line? Fight out one last time the most we're giving up so that we're not doing it on the clock.
We're trying to be a great team. Which of these packages give us the best chance to be a great team?
We have our strategy. Naz Reid, in my mind, is definitely worth this.
we've looked at every team in the NBA and what could come, what conversations could come.
We have a deal that we need to finalize before we can properly evaluate this one.
If we trade LaMelo, we're probably trading Miles.
You guys are all in on that trade, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Nice job, everyone.
Man, LaMelo Ball watching this like, damn, for real? That's how y'all felt?
10 a.m.
NBA is a business at the end of the day. It's a business. These players are numbers, salaries. That is what it is.
You guys good with that? They give you enough time to get your beauty sleep?
The goal isn't to make the playoffs one time or make the play-in one time. The goal is to build a sustainable winner, a team that the fans can be really, really proud of over a long period of time. And we feel that in order to do that.
A sustainable winner. Okay. Granted, the Charlotte Hornets are a better team. Don't get me wrong. But come on. You got Sixers. You got the Celtics. You got the Heat. I mean, well, I can't wait till the season starts, man.
We have to be strategic.
They're saying the East is like the new West now. I don't know, but let me stop pausing.
Relates to who we're bringing in, from a player perspective, but also the assets that we're bringing in.
LaMelo Ball, Josh Green. For Naz Reid, the 2033 Minnesota first, unprotected. We have the right to swap our first in 2028, 2029, and 2030. We have their seconds in 2033, 2032, 2029.
At the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to build a team that the fans, the city of Charlotte, the Carolinas can be really, really proud of over a long period, over a sustained period, as opposed to a short time.
Okay.
We're ready.
Great. Okay. There's no more iterations. We'll get this done. One more thing, I guess, like in terms of timing, because I'm sure you need to tell Nas, I need to tell LaMelo. I'll get back to you shortly.
Like, I appreciate everything LaMelo has done for the organization. From the bottom of my heart, just appreciate him and how he conducted himself. Literally, since the day I got here to the day I had to call him and let him know that we were trading him.
Look, you can deduce, we traded him, you can read into it as much as you want. I'm not going to say anything negative about him. I do love him. He's a great kid.
The goal is never to make it to the play-in or make it to the playoffs for a year, right? The goal is to get there and have sustainable success. At the end of the day, it was my call to make, and it may not feel good in the moment to the fans and things like that, but at the same time, I do have a vision. We have a plan to continue to again, bring winning basketball, consistently winning basketball back to Charlotte.
No, I was just saying, look, we're not done. I'm not saying we have the ammo and flexibility, but we're gonna probably continue to do stuff. I don't know exactly what it is, but we're not done.
Phoenix is a team that has liked Miles for quite some time.
And we know he's available. And we know they like Miles.
It was one of those things where, what we were getting back in Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, two respectable players in this league who've had really good careers considering just where they started.
If you guys are willing to have some level of conversation around your 33 first and Miles, as a starting point of the framework, and we can kind of figure out the rest of the details, I think that would be something we would discuss. But
so if there's a world where we could do Grayson, Royce for Miles and get a first.
And of course, getting that 2033 unprotected pick was something that we felt good about, to kind of have in our back pocket to whenever the time comes to maybe package some assets and go get a player that can help make a difference on this team. So part of my job and our job as a front office is, we're juggling multiple things at once.
Super excited about where we're going forward. I think a lot of that starts with the things that, fans can't see. You walk in our building and there's an enthusiasm for what we're doing. We're not only really excited about what's going on.
Yeah, this is a clown show. I'm not gonna lie to you. Framing the play-in net, and now this, yeah. Let's move on. All right. Do I have anything else? I think I'm good. We are an hour in. Yeah, we're an hour in. All right, yeah, I'm gonna call it a stream. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you guys chilled here for a minute or two just to hang out and just to be entertained a little bit, I appreciate the support. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like. I would appreciate it. It's just one tap. It's free. And subscribe if you would like to, keep up with me. The VOD for this stream is going to be on Bebop Unlocked TV. If you're currently watching from Bebop Unlocked, then I'm sorry, you are not going to be able to see the VOD. If you would like to see the VOD, if you missed the earlier topics, subscribe to this channel here, okay, guys? Bebop Unlocked TV. I appreciate the support, guys. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.